If you are looking to downsize your wardrobe or just change up the number of items you have in yours, tag along today. I'm going to show you my version of a minimalist wardrobe that will hopefully inspire you and help you declutter some of your clothes. Hello there friends, and welcome back to Simple Essentials, and a big thank you to all of those who checked out my last video, which was my most recent wardrobe declutter. If you haven't seen that already, I will link it up here for you as well as down below this video. And because I'm a minimalist and I like to clean and declutter my home, including my clothing, I do that reasonably regularly. But I also get a lot of comments from people both here on YouTube and elsewhere that that's not really minimalism, or you need to be under X amount of items to be a minimalist. And I personally don't really subscribe to that. I think you can be a minimalist or think minimally about your items, however many pieces of clothing you have. So I'm not going to take you through a capsule wardrobe per se, but I am going to show you some of my favorite minimalist items in my wardrobe, how I wear them, how I mix and match them, and hopefully it'll give you some inspiration to perhaps get rid of a few items. And I'm also going to show you, feel free to leave a comment below if you can guess how many % of my clothing is from a secondhand store or a thrift store versus how many % of my clothing are new. So feel free to guess down below, pause this video if you want to, and let's dive in. Before we dive into the video, I want to mention that I do work from home 95% of the time. So my clothing is definitely, my wardrobe, should I say, has definitely changed with the pandemic and working from home a bit more. But that said, a lot of the pieces that I have, I kind of tend to wear the same clothes if I would go into an office environment versus if I worked from home. So hopefully that could be applicable for you as well, depending on your work circumstances. Now let's start with tops. My main thing about shirts or tops of any kind is that I don't have things with logos. I definitely have brand clothing, but I don't really have things that have patterns and logos on them, except for my dresses, which we'll get to later. So the very first top that I use all the time is this one. It's a blue top, it's 3/4 length arms, and I don't know if you can see, but this blue color, it's kind of a royal blue. It really works for me. This is also a V-neck, and that really suits my body type. This one, I don't even know where this brand is from, but this top was actually bought in a secondhand store. I think I paid probably about $5 for it, but it was in really good condition. And I just needed a couple of shirts that would work both winter and summertime. That would be a complimentary color for me. So I think I paid maybe $5, probably not more than that for this one. Next up, we have a top that works really well for both work and socializing, and it is this one here. This is actually a brand top from Michael Kors, and I picked this up in a secondhand store for, again, about $5. I think it was possibly a little bit less. I really just like it. It's got really cute detail on it. I often pair this with black jeans, sometimes with blue jeans, but most often with my black ones. And it's just really nice. It's got a fun kind of pattern texture on it. And it just really, again, really suits me because I wear a lot of dark colors. I have a fair bit of black. I have a fair bit of dark blues and navies and things like that. So this, again, about $5, and I love it. I also do have a fair few just really plain black and white V-neck t-shirts. This one, it's nothing special, but it's made out of a bamboo blend, I believe, and the brand, I'm not affiliated or anything, is called Booty. I really love these. These are so comfortable. They breathe really well, and you can mix and match them with almost any of my other pieces of clothing because they don't have visible logos or patterns on them. Next up, we have pants or trousers, depending what part of the world you are dialing in from. My probably favorite pants right now, because it's summer here in Australia where I live, are the pants I'm wearing at the moment. They are a really thin, I think it's like a cotton blend. They have pockets. They're super comfortable, breathe really well. And even though they're full length, they keep kind of cool. And they're easy to both dress up and down depending what shoes I wear with and that kind of stuff. But they're so comfortable. And I must admit, I've kind of been living in these pants for this past summer. Next up are jeans. I am definitely a jeans gal, and when you find a brand of jeans that works for you and your body and your lifestyle, please just stick to it. I really love these ones. These are Levi's. I have a darkish blue. I'm probably going to buy this in the lighter blue as well. But yeah, this particular one fits me really well, and I have the exact same one in black. It's a slim fit, and these black ones I've probably actually had for about a year longer than the blue ones. I do wear the blue jeans slightly more often, but I really love these. I wear them all the time, and in the summertime as well, I kind of roll them up a little bit so they're kind of 3/4 length, but they work really, really well with most of my shoes and most of my outfits. Because jeans are really tricky to find in a good fit, jeans is something I very rarely buy secondhand. I have nothing against buying clothes secondhand, and if I would find either of these style of jeans in a secondhand store, I would definitely pick them up if they were in good condition. But I personally find it really hard to find jeans who are a bit like bathing suits, I guess. It's just really tricky to find the right fit for you. So often when it comes to these sort of things, I actually don't buy them secondhand unless I magically find the right size and model. Alright, so I did mention that I am working from home, but I do wear a fair few dresses as well, and I'm about to show you my 3 favorite dresses that I have had for a good while. First up is this one, and I said before I don't have a lot of things with logos or anything like that on them, but I do like patterns. And this dress I found for I think about $20 in a secondhand store. It's got pockets. I mean, come on ladies, if you like dresses with pockets, comment down below. I just absolutely love this one. It's got a sort of a high V-neck neckline. It just really suits me very well, and I feel pretty when I wear this. Even if I'm feeling a bit bloated or I'm having an off day, this is a really forgiving dress, and I think, you know, we need things like that in our life. This one is also really easy to dress up with a pair of high heels or something, or dress down with flat shoes or something more casual. Next up, we actually have a brand item, but this one was also bought on secondhand. This is from Jackie, and I bought this. I think it used to have a belt, but it never had a belt when I had it. Again, it's got pockets on it, and the pattern, it looks a bit busy on the camera, but it's actually like little dots. Again, V-neck really suits my body type, and I really like this because again, it's fitted, but it's not overly fitted, and I wear this all the time to family functions, Christmas parties, all that kind of stuff. Because it's black and white, so it's very neutral, you can kind of dress it with almost any jacket or cardigan, and it just really suits me and I really like it. So I'm hoping to get a couple more years wear out of it. The last dress was about $20. I think this one was more like $5 or $10 in a thrift store, so I'm very happy with that. I do have a lot more dresses than these, but this is the final one I wanted to share with you. I love a little splash of color, and this is actually, it kind of looks blue, but it's very much that blue-green color. And again, it's got pockets, 3 for 3. I can't remember exactly where I picked this up, but this one, by the way, goes really well with a black belt. Like I sometimes wear it with a black skinny belt. And this one, honestly, I have worn so much. This is probably my more wear at home, work from home, casual dress, but you can very much dress this up or down. You can dress it up and make it fancy with a little black clutch or black high-heeled shoes maybe. I love this dress, and again, I always feel comfortable and I always feel like I look good when I wear this dress. And again, if you want to look nice, isn't that the main thing? Another item I think everyone should have is a black simple handbag. I have a separate video on this handbag and the other 2 types of handbags that I have. I will link that video up here as well as down below. It's one of my most watched and commented on videos, so if you haven't already checked it out, please do that. But this is just brilliant. It is beautiful, it is simple, and black works with all of my outfits. And to be honest, I've had other colors of handbags in the past, but you know, why complicate things if you don't need to? Okay, let's talk about shoes. I am one of those women who, I'm 5'6" or 168 centimeters, depending on where in the world you live, and my partner is a fair bit taller than me. So I don't mind wearing heels at all, but let's face it, working from home and going out and clubbing and that kind of stuff a little bit less, both due to the pandemic and the stage of life that I'm in, I don't wear heels quite as often. But I have one pair that I absolutely love, and it's these ones. These are from Whitner, I believe, so they're a good name brand, and I bought them to wear at a friend's wedding when I was a bridesmaid, but I also realized how comfortable they are. They look really high, and this is probably a high end, the highest type of heel that I would wear, but because they're wedges, they're so comfortable. I wore these for the whole wedding night. I had no problem at all. I did not have to take them off in the cab on the way home, so I really love them. And when it comes to shoes, I very, very rarely buy them secondhand, simply because of hygiene reasons, but also most shoes, in my experience, that are donated to secondhand really have very visible wear and tear. I've made one exception, no, sorry, two exceptions, but the one I'm going to show you now is the one exception I made last year. And it's these ones here. These are from this brand. I really like them. You can tell that they're good quality. They've got some kind of a leather inner lining. They just work really well. I think they're super cute. They're very comfortable. Sometimes if I'm doing a lot of walking, I will put little insoles in them. But these were $10 in a secondhand store, and the condition they were in when I picked them up was just quite amazing. So I have done a lot of walking in these shoes, and I really, really do love them. But they're one of the few exceptions I make to buying shoes in a secondhand store. But when I picked these up, I could see at the time that the soles were barely worn, which told me that they'd probably only been worn indoors and or only a few times. My other flats that I absolutely love are these ones. So this is from a brand which I order it online. I think they're based in the US or something like that, but these are made of recycled old plastic water bottles. And the cool thing about these shoes is that you can actually put the whole shoe, including the insole, in your washing machine. So if they get stinky in the summertime and you want to give them a wash, you can wash the whole shoe. Not affiliated in any way, and I did buy these new. They were not cheap, but I am on my second or third year with them, and I wear them a lot. So I can honestly say that they've been worth the money for me, and also doing something good for the environment makes me feel a bit better when I go shopping. So the final shoe that I wanted to share with you is my Archies. It's summer here in Australia at the moment, and I have been living in these shoes, both because I've had a bit of a sore foot, but these ones are really great. They've got arch support, as you can see here, and I just love these. I'm not affiliated in any way, but they are so comfortable. P.S. If you've never been to Australia, you might not know that we call these thongs. So some people in the other part of the world, they will find this hilarious, because if you talk about thongs in Australia, you talk about shoes, not underwear. Anyway, I love these. They have them in a bunch of colors. I have it in navy, you wouldn't be surprised, and I wear it all the time. And finally, let's talk about jackets and cardigans. Now, obviously, this will depend a lot on where in the world you live and what the climate is like. You've seen me wear this one before, but this is my beloved rain, fully waterproof jacket from Patagonia. I pack this all the time with me. I wear it all the time, you know, just for going for walks, or if I'm heading out for a lunchtime walk or something like that. So I actually wear this not only when I'm going hiking, etc., which is why I tried to pick a stylish jacket for these sort of occasions. I have showed you as well in my minimalist packing videos, which I will link up here and down below if you haven't seen them already. But this little thing rolls up to a tiny little ball. It is so comfortable, and one thing I love about it is that you can actually open the zip in the armpits, so that if you are going for a hike and you need some fresh air for your armpits, you can open them up there. I also really love buying things from brands that I can really get behind and support, and I love Patagonia's mission to reduce waste. They are very good with repairing items. I've never had to send a jacket or an item of clothing in to be repaired by Patagonia, but I have friends who've sent items in and they've fixed them for free, which I think is a wonderful, wonderful thing to do to avoid sending things to landfill. This certainly was not cheap. I think I got it for about $200 on sale. So do watch if you do like particular brands. It can be really worth it. I have had this now for probably 1.5 years and I've worn it, I dare say, several times a week for that whole time, and it is just working out really well. And next up we have a plain black waist length jacket. This jacket I picked up, it's not a fancy brand or anything. Let me see if I can show you that. There we go. So this is not a fancy brand. I bought this for a couple of dollars in a secondhand store. It's a stretchy black material. It's got pockets, but this is really great for wearing with dresses, with jeans and a nice top and some heels. I wear this all the time and it's lightweight enough that it's easy to pack. It doesn't wrinkle, so I quite like this, and I would love to find one in a slightly different color because I do have a lot of black and darker clothes, so I am on the lookout for something else to fit the bill like this one. And the final item in my minimalist wardrobe is a plain old cardigan. This one is a button-down cardigan, so you can use it kind of as a jacket. This is nothing fancy, it's just from Uniqlo, and this one, Uniqlo has okay quality, I think, so I bought this new. I didn't buy it secondhand. If I would have found something similar secondhand, I would have probably picked it up. But this one I bought new, and it's a very thin kind of, I don't know what the blend of the fabric is, but it breathes pretty okay, and I wear this a lot. And as you can imagine with the clothes I shared with you earlier, this one fits quite nicely. Now, I'm not 100% sure how many items that was, but I will add it down here for you. So in the end of the day, I think when it comes to minimalism, don't listen to other people's comments. Do the thing that works for you. I don't subscribe to having only a certain number of items, and if that's something that suits you, then that's great. What this video is here to do is be helpful and inspiring for those of you out there who are looking to downsize or looking to find really simple principles on what you add to your wardrobe. My principles are that I have to enjoy wearing them. Ideally, I want them to be good quality, whether I buy them secondhand or not. And thirdly, even though I have a lot of dark, plain, simple clothing, I also like introducing some colors and some patterns to reflect my personality. One principle that I absolutely love, and I learnt this from a stylist many years ago, is be really clear when you purchase the item what you would wear it with. If I pick something up at a store, it's very tempting, especially if it's on sale and it's cute and you're like, oh, this top will be great. But let's face it, if you buy that thing and then you have nothing to really match it with, you're not going to reach for it, you're not going to use it, and you're not going to wear it. And it's probably going to hang in your wardrobe for quite a while until you get rid of it. So by having an idea when you purchase the item, how you would match it and what you would wear it with when it comes to shoes, pants, whatever, then you have a whole outfit in your mind, and that way you can mix and match as you like. A lot of people call that a capsule wardrobe. I just don't really use that word a whole lot, but if that works for you, obviously that is totally fine. I hope you found this video inspiring, and that you are, if you're not already secondhand shopping from time to time, that you get over the hurdle and go have a look in secondhand stores. Some of them have, especially here in Melbourne where I live, some of them are super well organized, and you can usually find things either sorted by color or by size. So it's reasonably easy to find things for a bargain. Have an amazing week, and I look forward to see you in the next video.